Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa.
Happy Independence Day, Ghana. Now, thank you very much for tuning in for another exciting episode. This is a very simple recipe, but it's flavor packed, and I'm using two of Ghana's most famous ingredients. So if you watched my previous video, I did share how to make your smoked fish stock, which is the base for this recipe. Secondly, I'll be using one of Ghana's famous condiment known as shito, which is the black chili oil. And usually it's made with seafood, either with like smoked herrings and prawns. One can actually even use beef, the possibilities or the creativeness of the shito is endless. And I have seen some interesting flavors, and which of course I'm definitely impressed by. Now, I will leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog, fafagilbert.com, so do check it out. And if this is your first time, you're welcome. Thank you very much. And let's start. Now, before we start, if you haven't activated your notifications, please do so. And if you like what you see so far, give the video a thumbs up and also don't forget to subscribe. So today I'll be using brown rice. You can use any rice that you do have available. You can try wild rice, basmati rice, long short grain rice, whichever, jasmine rice even. Anyway, with this particular rice, I washed it once because it just wasn't dirty. It was just perfect. So that is what was needed. But of course, depending on the kind of brown rice that you do use, if it does require you to wash it a few times, please do so. So now my aromatic black chili oil known as shito is coming through. Exactly. And I cannot share this recipe because it is an incredible recipe, but of course it's going to be available on by Ndudu. So yes, you will be able to treat yourself to it. But in the interim, you can use your normal shito that you have at home for this recipe. So to the saucepan, I've added my shito or black chili oil, may I say. I think a lot of people have an issue with it being called the black chili oil. If you do, leave your comments below. Let's have this discussion. And then, of course, I've just warmed it up just for about a minute. And the reason is because, of course, the black chili oil has been fried till there's no moisture. So you don't want to fry it. If not, it's just going to be bitter. Yeah, because it's going to burn at that stage. So quickly, I've just added my smoked fish stock to it. So you can see this is fishy and beautiful. And then I'm adding my salt to taste. And here I've got my blended ginger, garlic, aniseed blend. I'll leave a link in the description box where I think I have talked into detail about the spice blends and herb blends that I use. Anyway, so now that is all mixed together, I'm adding my washed rice to it. And of course, I'm going to mix everything together until it's well combined. Now, notification gang, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you guys. You're incredible. Thank you for holding it together for me and supporting me through and through. And to my loyal subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, if you watched my previous video when I made the smoked fish stock, I did reserve 3 parts of the fish, and here I'm adding it to my rice, and I'm going to mix everything together until it's well combined. Flavor zone, flavor na ko nune on top ma flavor ayiman ton ehe Ndudu by Fafa ya ko ban Ndudu a enyi kwelu Fafa come on Ndudu na blow Fafa all about flavors are all ma bala. So of course, when I tasted it, it needed a little bit of my shito, which is so aromatic and packed with natural flavors, no artificial additives or anything at all. Now for that sweetness, I'm adding some banana shallots. You can add any normal onions that you do have available. So yes, I'm going to mixing everything together, and this is boiling or simmering, may I say, perfectly. So this is the time that I need to trap in that steam and that heat and allow the rice to do its own shenanigans. So of course, to cover my rice, I've got my wache leaves here, and that's going to add that wache leaf flavor. You know, when you have rice in the wache leaf and that infused flavor, yes, it's going to permeate that infusion into the... Hey, bro, for the Enya crow, Charlie. Don't worry. Enya John Balo. Oba need to go to it. Meaning or no. So I'm going to cover it and allow this to steam for 25 minutes. Now, as I mentioned, I'll leave the list of ingredients, including the measurements, on my blog, fafagilbert.com. So do check it out. And after 20 minutes, voila, brenchona. Wankasa hu emu ni maako ontokpo moluada adam deka hu dama At this point, I do have 5 minutes left for this rice dish to be ready. But of course, I like to infuse flavors to it. So what I then did was add 2 fresh bay leaves, yes, to it. You can add your fresh rosemary to it if you don't have the bay leaf, because it adds this extra aromatic flavor that makes a big difference, and it just gives it that beautiful smell and scent. Yes. So I'm just mixing it all together, and then I'll cover it with the wache leaves again. And of course, after 5 minutes, I'll come back and then my dish is ready. Now, this is something you can enjoy on its own, and it's packed with protein and nutrients. I've used the brown rice. You can add some eggs to it. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And that's my remaining stock that I've just got in my airtight container, and it's going back into the fridge. But here we have the pièce de résistance. Have I given you that reason to click the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, and to smash the like button and share with your family and friends? Yes. Please, when you do try the recipe, please do tag me. And yes, I will share it on my social media platforms, definitely. Yes, this is not any other food, and hopefully this video should be available ASAP. So yes, you can grab the ingredients if you do not have any available to you now. Now, also what you can do is, to garnish it, you can add some fresh bakwa shito instead of the bay leaf just at the end of it. So that gives it that sort of kick. So if you need that extra kick to the dish. Here I've served it with my chicken stew, which is packed with natural flavors again. And now I'm going to do the, the brown rice seller today. Do your thing, your jugba. I want to say, me, if I need to my hill more, if I have me 3 scoops. 15 cedis ni. Oh, sa, mpacho de untimi nte so kakra. Hwɛ mo bo ayɛ den o. Nti no, hwɛ, na pese esika wana me bo ene enam no pe na he. O minta o ekomi alo enyoko. He no ke roll lo wa fitai. Eba no ka, o mo ba na kokko closure ha kokpede nula. Ye alama. Da ka oba da ka nyu alo medala pa. O ekofla kokpede nu o Belo akpena mau salada na koko deji. Esida miss for salad no first sprinkle adina do mama ehundema. Yes, and then we roll. We on a roll here. Happy Independence Day. I hope I made you smile, and definitely inspired you to try this recipe. Please don't forget to share with your family and friends and try the recipe. It is incredible. And I've made another one today. What else should I make it with? Yeah, do follow me on my Instagram as well, because I'll be sharing some more ideas as to how you can celebrate today. And yeah, voila, here we have the pièce de résistance. I appreciate you guys for watching. And if you've watched to this point, thank you. You know how much you've supported this channel? You have. Really, you really have. Yeah, kudos. And look at the black magic flavor. Mwah. You know what? You can treat yourself to this ganji donut for breakfast as well, you know. Yes, it's quite naughty. But then again, you've got a healthy dish over there. So yeah, to treat yourself in the morning to something that, it's such why not? As I mentioned, I'll leave all the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog, fafagilbert.com. You'll find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, as well as Facebook as Ndudu by Fafa. So pass by and say hi. Noel, thank you very much for my theme song. And until my next video, happy Independence Day, Ghana. Toodles.